Greetings and welcome to my World of Tanks video. I had a really good idea that came to my brain, and I thought, it's very useful for a lot of people who may not know, who have not really thought about it because it's kind of tough. And the question is this: should you buy gold? Should you buy key cards? The answer is easy once you've gone through the process of looking at all the factors. Easy for you based upon your needs and your limitations and your personal way you handle this stuff. Now, I'm assuming that this is something that you have not done before. So let's just say I wanted to look into the store, which I did, and find something. We're going to make a concrete example. Like they have the brand new, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's the brand new tank destroyer. I think it's Czechoslovakian. And that dude costs like 9,600 gold. So the question is, let's say you want that because it's awesome. You think it's awesome and you want to buy it. All right. Should you buy gold? Should you buy key cards? And try to gamble your way to get the gold to get there? Well, it'll depend on several different criteria. Number one, do you have gold in your account as we speak? Now, I have this card up on here. This was my long haul card, the first one of this week. I have not gotten the second one, so right now it's the only one I have this week. I call this the best card you can get that's not a tank. 400 gold is the top gold amount, plus 1 day of premium. I'm like, woohoo! Okay, Homer style. So, man, I got super lucky, all right? So the thing is, that new tank destroyer is 9,600 for the base model, which is the smartest way to buy it if you're going to buy it, because the other things that they have added to it, they're charging you the gold price for that for items that you would normally pay silver. So they're basically, however much silver it takes to get them, they're converting it to gold and then charging you the gold price for that. This is to make it easier for you to buy and easier for you to throw your money away buying gold to buy silver to buy the item that you want, instead of just going, you know what, I'll just buy it in silver. There's two different kinds of money, silver and gold. Silver is free. You earn it in the game, all right? Gold is not free. You have to either earn it in the game by getting a key card through an operation, which they have every week, or you have to pay real cash money to buy gold to then spend on the item. It's not a right or wrong answer here. It's a personal preference. I'll tell you up front, my personal preference is I never buy straight gold. My friends never buy straight gold. Now, we're either all wackos or we know something, okay? And everybody's different. You might agree with everything I say, and then your decision might be the correct decision for yourself. Now I'll just buy the gold and do it that way. That's perfectly fine. One of the advantages of buying straight gold is that there's no gambling. There's no hocus pocus. There's no, I gambled and I'm like 200 short. That's not a problem for us, okay? Now, it's not a problem for us, and I don't mean it in a trivial way where, you got like 30,000 gold that you saved. It's not a problem, even if we had zero gold. If our odds were, hey, gamble, you might make it, you might end up 200 short for the item that you're trying to buy, but you're going to pick up these extra bonuses, and then you'll have to wait and earn more gold in cards like the one you see here that'll probably be less, 150 gold. Okay, so that just means we just have to wait a week, earn 2 150 gold cards. That's 300. Bam, we're good. That's us. All right, that's how we think. We're able to plan this out, and we're comfortable with the gamble. And that's the key. You have to be comfortable with gambling. Don't gamble on buying cards to get whatever you want because someone told you to do it. Do it because you understand what the ramifications are. It's not good or bad. It's how you handle it that makes it good or bad. We're all gamblers on gold because we have gotten so many great bonus items from buying. Well, for example, let's just say, we want to buy this tank destroyer, 9,600. Well, to get 9,600 gold, you're going to have to spend, $50 will buy you 12,000 gold. So you'd have 9,600. You'd have 12,000 minus 9,600, and you'd have 2,400 left over to, hang on to and handle as you will. Okay, which is great. Nothing wrong with that at all. We're of the mindset that is like, if we would just buy $50 of black cards, we're going to spend $50 plus taxes, like $54.11, I think is what it is. Either way, you're going to spend $54.11. We're going to spend $54.11, but we're going to gamble on getting. We'll get 1, 2. My friend has gotten up to 5 tanks. Now I'm not crazy. I bought a black pack. When I did a video, in my video, it's up. You can see it. Can a black pack of 22 cards buy the Iron Arnie, which is like 430 less than that tank destroyer? The answer is, without special luck, the answer is no. The black pack will be short, so it will definitely be short on the tank destroyer if you bought the black pack, like how we would do it. And I would go, I'm going to buy the black pack, and I'll gamble because I'm going to gamble that I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, possibly 5. I've seen the 5s, okay? 5 extra tanks plus almost enough gold to buy this item. And then I'll just do long haul operations for a couple of weeks getting cards like this one. Now, this one is extremely high. Normally, you're going to get 150 twice a week, 300 a week. So, we'd be the average black pack will give you basically 8,000 gold plus bonuses, meaning boosters, plus random tanks. And in the random tanks that you get, hey, you could get garbage that you don't want. That's part of the game. You could get, like I have gotten, and my friends got, I've picked up the best tank in the game. Well, in the black pack, I've bought one black pack of 22 cards, all right? That's all I've ever bought because I wanted to do the video of will this get the Arnie tank, and it was no, but it was very close. I had a great pack. I got only one tank out of the pack, which was bad. But it was the most expensive tank in the entire set, which is good. So I made up a new rule that if you get the top prize tank in your pack, that counts as 2 tanks for, consideration, evaluation of how well was your purchase, okay? So in that case, with that new rule, I definitely had I felt like I had a big win, but, I had only one tank, which was below average. I had like 500 more gold than anticipated because I only got one tank. That's why. I did get one high value gold card, which was a 775. If I would have gotten a tank instead of that card, then I would have been back to just, 8,000 gold. either slightly plus or slightly minus, but I would have been 8,000 gold with 2 tanks, okay, which is statistically average, because every tank card has a 10% chance of being a tank. I mean, a blue, black, or red card. So if you buy 22 cards from black, you're expecting to get 2.2 tanks, which means 2, right? Your average will be 2 tanks. I got 1, but it was the biggest one in the block, so I'm good. So that one worked out great for me. That was the bonus. I'm happy, thrilled with that result. Now, if you would have paid the same amount of money and gotten your 12,000 gold, you could have back then bought the Arnie tank and had gold left over. Everybody's happy. Okay, so each way has its own path to happiness. Now, I was short. I already had the Arnie tank, but that's not the point. The point is it was a test. Can it do it? It didn't. It left me 660 gold short, which would have taken 5 regular long haul cards, or 2 weeks plus 1 more. It would have been in the 3rd week. Fine, I get it. That's not a problem. I can wait 3 weeks to get my item. That's me. That's my friends. That's how we roll. And we're what I call gold farmers. We procure the gold as we can. We're watchful of how we spend our gold and what we spend it on. So basically, you just have the 2 different ways to get your gold, to get your special item. And what's special to you and what's special to me are going to be different. But that doesn't make the result of how you get it any less legitimate. I prefer the excitement. My friends also prefer the excitement because you can get some great items like I've gotten. So let me show you a couple of the items I've gotten from this technique. All right, now here's an example. One of the times I gambled on cards, I got tanks, and one of the tanks I got was this one. This is an El Cheapo M3 Lite, 850 gold value. But when I didn't have it, and I got it out of a card, hey, fine. And there's a tank is a tank. It's better than the best gold you could get out of a blue card is 400. So I was either this, or I could have gotten 400. This was actually better because I later on got this tank again out of a different card and got 850 gold for it. Now again, that's not super awesome. Hey, it's random, all right? It's random. There's random chance. Let me see. Where's the dude I'm looking for? There we go. Getting there. Now, the one I told you, the black card pack that I bought. This was the #1 tank in the pack. That was the maximum prize you could get was this T103. It's a 10,500 gold tank destroyer. I call it the University Observatory because it looks like a telescope with that giant dome. This thing is a beast. So I wanted to show you a low end, like one of the lowest of the low, which was the M3 Lite, and show you the best of the best. Okay. So there's another one, a different pack. I want to show you. And the thing that's good about this. Now, these are from those 2 tanks I showed you from 2 different packs and 2 different series of packs, so it doesn't matter. It's not an apples to apples comparison, but I'm going to show you one where these came from the same actual package of cards, not just the same series, but the exact same pack. Hey, that's it. Okay, so that one is this. I'm working on it. Here we go. I got this Tier 3 Panzer S35. And I still haven't put any gear on it. There's no pressure. This is just a prize tank. Looks good in my garage, all right? Fine looking, model of a tank. Cool, no problem. In the same series, I got a Russian tank destroyer. Nothing super special, but you know, it's cool. I got this guy. Su-100Y. So, I mean, that was decent. That's like a 3,000 something, about 3,000 gold, whatever. So it's just all random. You never know. And now here's another aspect that I haven't covered yet, and I'm going to cover it right now. When you buy a tank pack, all right, a card pack, and it might have tanks in there. Well, one of the things that happens as gold farmers, we do the operations, we pick up tanks from the seasons, we pick up any free premium tanks we can get our hands on. We never sell them, no matter how terrible they might be, because if you, my philosophy is if I've gotten it once, I could get it again, and the next time I'm getting gold for it, because that's exactly what happens. I'm going to show you. Where's that dude that I got? Medium tank. You freak. Why are you not showing me that medium? I don't know. Good question. That one. Oh, because I'm in the wrong nation, stupid. No wonder I didn't see it. The one I got when I got the S-35 that I showed you, that German tank, and then that Soviet tank destroyer, that box-looking one, that 100Y. Well, I picked up 2 of these little jewels. Wait a second. My screen is tiny, so it's kind of hard to see some of this. What the heck? I should see it right here. Oh, there it is. I'm blind. This guy picked up 2 of these in that same pack. Well, I already have this tank, as you can see. So, and that happens, I'm not going to say frequently, but it's not uncommon to get 2 of the same card in a tank pack. And it can be 2 valuable ones, like a high dollar one. My friend Fish got 2 of those 9,800 gold Legion 59 patents. Man, that was almost 20,000 in refunds, because he already had that tank. So I already had this tank. I got it twice. That was 3,200 each. So I got 6,400 gold refund straight to my account from that pack. The one where I got the 100Y sniper and the S-35. So we pick up all these tanks and we get whatever we get. Because if we get out of a card, we get another tank, boom, jackpot, free gold. You know, that's the thing. This is one of the advantages. Now, see, the thing about when you gamble on the tanks and what have you, you're picking up tanks over time. Well, at some point, a year in the future, you're going to be a year in the future. And if you bought straight gold, which is great, there's nothing wrong with that, there's no residual chance of that gold turning into anything. It is in its end state. Okay. Now, when I gambled on the black cards and got my giant observatory dome sniper, that's a 10,500 tank. Well, in the future, if I ever get that again out of a card, 10,500, okay, and I'm happy having it. So it's one of those things, you know, we're willing to invest a little bit, a small part of our purchase in goofy free tanks. Let me show you. There we go. Let me go to premium only. These are, I have 102 World War II premium tanks. This is what you're seeing right here. Okay. I pick them up from cards. I picked them up from seasons, from operations where they're freebies. Some of the operations, like the one we did in September, got us free cards. The one we did in October got us free cards. You know, it was like 3 cards and a tank. If you did the whole thing. The one we did in November, 3 cards and a tank. So these, and some of those cards, I don't think I actually got a tank from any one of those cards, but other cards I did. So it's just like, you know, you do long hauls, you do operations that have generate cards. You get, when you reach the AAA status of tanker rewards, you get a free red card every month. Pulled tank out of there. So it's just all kinds of operations that have generated free tanks. Now, some of these tanks are tanks where I bought a pack and I had 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever. And some of the packs that I bought of cards, I bought a pack that I got a video on here, you can see it, where I pulled 7 tank cards out of that pack. 5 of them were refunds. I kept 2. So I got 5 refunds and 2 tanks. Jackpot is what that was. So this is the thing. There is a down the road possibility that some of the bonuses that you get if you buy cards become tanks in your garage like these. Let me run through this for you, just a good example. In fact, let me go back here. Firefly, I've already gotten 2 refunds for that. Let me just go. I'm going to run. There's some other ones. Not that Sexton. That's the British one. I just got that one out of a card pack a couple weeks ago. What else? I'm looking. Super Chaffee. I've gotten both gold and silver refunds for this, like 3 different times. 2 golds and 1 silver. I got the Super Chaffee out of a pack. Got it 2 more times out of cards. And then when they had the operation to do the Super Chaffee, I did that Super Chaffee operation and got silver refund. Free silver. Whatever, dude. It's all good to me. All right? But that was one of the main things I wanted to show you. Now, most of these I have not gotten a refund. But this one, M41D, this was a Tanker Rewards card. October. Actually, it was the September Tanker Rewards. I got the card at the beginning of October. Right before the Halloween season. So just different stuff. That's the one that came from the card. My very first long haul free card tank was this one. Heavy Metal Heroes, ISU 130, like 12,500 gold. Awesome. Just a random free tank, okay? So I'm looking to see if there's anything else that comes up that I got, refunds on. The Honor, I've gotten refunds out of that twice. T29, maybe 3 times. BTSV, I've gotten a refund for that. M3 Light, yes. BT7 Artillery, yes. Negative, negative, negative. Well, that's a tank of the month. That's a tank of the month. That came from a season. That came, Britannia Panther came from a pack. I didn't get a refund off of this, but my friend got this card and also got 2 refunds, that freak. So it's just random, you know. So these are the things. It's a different philosophy. If you want to buy the gold to buy your item and don't have to wait, fine. If you're like us, you know, we'll be happy to wait a couple of weeks if we have to finish the deal off so that we can gamble on pulling extra bonus tanks from the pack. You know, getting almost enough gold plus whatever bonus tanks we get for free that we get to use, and then wait and pick up our gold farming long haul mission cards like the one I showed you. So it's a different mentality. You know, it's a tomato or tomato. They're both great. Whichever one floats your boat, that's what you should do. And, you know, don't feel bad. If, you know, some people are scared. They're scared of gambling. I'm scared. That's why I never bought the red pack. That red pack of 27 cards is, well, you're going to average 2.7 tanks. Well, I don't want 0.7 tanks. Okay? And the problem there is that it's awesome if you get refunds from red cards. But man, those are hard to get because there's 30 different tanks in that set. And, you know, you have to count the cards in the set and the prizes to see what you have. I got like 6 of those. I have like 8 or 9 of the current blue cards. That's where I am. My friend the Fishman, he's got every black card tank prize already, but he's been doing this for years. So when he bought black packs, and I have videos of that, man, he raked it in nasty because every tank card he got, tank card, refund, tank, refund, tank, refund. Awesome. So there's just different, it's just different. It's like going to school. You had first grade all the way to 12th grade. You know, we're down here in elementary school. Okay, we're like 4th or 5th graders. The Fishman, he's a 12th grader, man. He's kicking butt. His stash is awesome. So he's been doing this game longer than we have. Not the tank game, but the tank gold farming game. So he's been gold farming longer than us, so he knows the stuff that we don't know, and he's done things that we haven't done. It's just that's just, you know, what happens over time. So I'm afraid I don't go for the reds. I don't go for the blacks either. In general, I did it one time because the Iron Arnie tank was the obvious elephant in the room. Can we get, you know, can someone get an Iron Arnie without just going and shoveling gold? And the answer was no, but you could get close. You get real close. And, you know, can you get close enough to where it's comfortable for you to go, I can just wait another 2 weeks and I'm good, okay? Or 3 weeks. I'm like, yeah, no problem. That, you know, because yeah, I know over time the bonuses that I'm going to get are going to pay off. It's just a matter of when, not if. But if that doesn't appeal to you, you're afraid of that because it's a little gambling. It is gambling, okay? I'm not going to tell you it's not. So you got to be. There's nothing wrong with being afraid of gambling because you can get in trouble gambling. All right, we've all heard the stories. So you got to be careful in how you handle it. Like I said, I'm afraid to do reds. I'm afraid to do blacks either because I was afraid the thing that might happen to me would happen, and it did happen. I got the black cards. Now, again, I was doing it for the videos and the challenge to see if you could do it. All right. So there's a scientific element that lessens the gambling factor by making a video for YouTube, etc. And the thing that I did was afraid of happened. I didn't get 2 tanks, which is the average 2.2, right? I didn't get the 2 tank average. I got 1. Bummer that I got 1, but okay that it was the most expensive one in the set. So I lucked out. Okay, I lucked out, and I'm not doing that again. Okay, so you got, you know, there's a limit. There's a limit to my gambling thing. The reason I do blue versus red, and it's real simple, or red or black. 10% of those cards are going to be on average tanks. Blue packs, you get 30 cards. The black cards, you get 22. The reds, you get 27. Now the reds are twice as expensive as the black. The black is a little bit more. But when I got 30 cards of blue, that's 3 tanks most of the time, and a lot of times more. So we're, you know, my experience has been, you know, it's great. 3, I'm going to be getting 3, and I pulled 1 once out of a red. It was a blue. It was terrible. Well, if I just say every color, eventually I'll get the right one. I've gotten 1 tank out of a blue card pack once. I got 7 cards in the videos here on YouTube. I got 1, you know, so between 7 and 1, that's 8 divided by 2, that's 4. That's a win and a win. Okay, so you're going to have, it's like a roller coaster. You get the, you know, the top, and then you get the valley. So you've got to be understanding statistically what you're expecting to get and where you are. And that's the thing. But I'm, you know, the excitement, because man, some of the cards I have, tanks I have gotten with, if I would not have taken the shot at the gambling, I wouldn't have some of the awesome tanks that I have, like the Icebreaker. like the T-103 Russian sniper that you saw. You know, there's some really good ones. The ISU 2244. There's another one, ISU 122. Yes, 122S. That's what it is. Another one I got. I've gotten some great ones out of those packs. And I got some, tier 3 kind of okay, whatever. It's a roller coaster. But I'm happy with how it's been. I can't complain. I've done, actually, I think, better than statistical average, to be honest. So how could I not be happy? And the thing is, when we have accrued tanks, when we get those refunds, man, oh man. So a blue card pack is going to average really about 5,000 gold plus bonuses, whatever those might be, boosters, etc., and tanks. My first blue pack, I got super lucky. I got two ISU 122S tanks in the same pack. The first one I kept because I didn't have it. The second one was a 6750 gold refund like this. I did like almost 11,000 gold out of that pack because of that one tank duplicate. It was awesome. So I don't complain. Pay attention, look for the deals, pick up bargain deals like I've done from the store. You pick up those bargains. Hey, that tank shows up in a card. Free gold, baby. So I just wanted to give you a kind of an insight on the pros and cons of buying straight gold, which is no risk, or risking buying card packs. Now, me and my friend, we buy blues. He's bought blues and some reds. I bought blues and one black, and I'm not doing black again. It's too scary, man. So I'm man enough to admit that I didn't like the way it felt. It was like, it's not good. So I'm happy with blues. The risk level is very low, and I'm good with that. So just got to be honest with yourself, and you'll be happy regardless of what happens. I mean, I don't want to tell someone, hey, go buy these card packs. And then, if they buy blue cards and they're going to get like 3 tier 3 tanks, it's possible, okay? It's possible you're going to get 3 of the bummiest tanks you've ever seen. It happens, okay? Now, in the context of, it's a legitimate possibility. You have to look at the prizes, okay? Look at the prizes of the tank cards, all right? Let's just use the blue one. It's the least expensive. It costs $40 for a set of 30 cards. Let's say you get, you look at the prizes, you're like, well, okay, I'm going to say we're going to get average three tanks, right? Look at that and go, how many, you have to look at this and go, well, what if I get the worst tank? Is that okay? Am I going to feel like a loser? No. Okay, well, whatever. It's like, but if you look at the list and it's like, hate it, hate it, hate it, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, love it, hate it, look at it and go, what's the deal? And imagine whatever you think is terrible, you're probably going to get one of those. Don't look at the list and go, I'll take the most expensive one, the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one. Yeah, I'll be happy. Well, who wouldn't? But the odds don't support you getting any specific 4 or 3 or whatever it is, okay? It's random. You roll the dice and whatever happens, happens. I mean, in my 7-pack, I got lucky. I got 7 tanks, but 4 of those were bummy tier 3s. That's okay. I got refunds for those. That was over 4,000 gold in refunds off of those 4 bummy tanks. That left me 3 other tanks. One of them was a super chappy, which was like 2,900, and the other 2 were 2 I didn't have. So I had my Well, to this point, the luckiest pack that I've posted, I got 2 tanks I didn't have. I got 5 refunded tanks, and I think it was like 12,000 total gold. I'm like, well, that's awesome. Now, imagine what it would have been like if I would have gotten, instead of 4 of the bummy tier 3s, if I'd have gotten one of the other medium or above tanks, it would have been Jackpot City. Hey, I'm not greedy, but you know, I'm a little bit greedy. Okay, when you look at it, going, it could have been just up here through the roof. But it was great. I mean, when you get 7 tanks, even if they're bummy tier 3s, man, it adds up. Okay, I'm just gonna say. So you never know what you're gonna get if you decide to take the plunge and gamble. One of my friends did it because he watched one of my videos about the cars, and he's like, yeah, you know, I had a bunch of those tanks. Man, he sent me the things. It was sick. You know, he looked at it, evaluated the risk, and goes, dude, I have a great chance of getting something good. And he did. You know, he got the tank that I want. He got that dadgum Jackal. So, awesome for him. You know, that was great. So I helped him, and that was fantastic. Because he learned something. He learned how the whole scenario was going to play out in general. And then he did even better than that. So that was awesome to help someone, you know, learn how how the system operates and see, you know, he was able to properly estimate his risk. And man, his reward was way better than his risk because he really did his homework, and it was awesome. So that's the thing. So, should you buy gold or should you buy card pack? Yes, one of those two. Whichever one floats your boat, okay? Whichever one's the best for you. Me, I'm 100% gambling because you just never know, man. Cross your fingers. You've seen the packs that we've done, or the packs that I post, the packs that my friends do, so other people can see this and go, man, this is actually pretty good. You know, it's a separate game. Just that game of I don't know what I'm going to get, you know. And then there's boosters and, you know, days of premium, just, you know, cool stuff. And it's exciting. But it is depressing if you get a pack and you only get 1 tank card. You're going, Unless, of course, it's the #1 card in the set, which it's okay, which happened to me. So that pretty much covers all the stuff I wanted to tell you. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell your friends. Hopefully this will help you like it helped my friend. And if you buy any card packs, cross your fingers, man. Good luck. I'll see you guys in the next video.